Welcome to Physio Ed. So, there was a little technical glitch in the earlier live, so we are starting again. And I believe this time it's going to go smooth. I'm just going to check if we have. Right. Okay. Okay, so I'll just quickly introduce Dr. David Friedberg again. He's our guest of honor for today, and he's a NPTE Final Frontier uh, host and a member of the board of directors. Okay, sir, is my Wi-Fi okay now? Am I audible? Then I'll add you both. Audience, just please tell me if I am audible and visible. This is going to be. Now it's better. Okay, fine. So I think now I'll add.
You're
It's
you're
right.
still you're still getting lost, Harshita. You're not visible.
I'm not visible.
It's blocking. It's getting blocked in the middle.
Sometimes you
Myself and
My
Dave,
God.
sometimes
yeah, myself.
technology, right?
Something from Delhi.
India is not giving me the connectivity today.
It's all right. I think we'll continue on because David has a class to take after this.
Oh, we got plenty of
Right,
time. We'll
right.
roll rolling. Like I said,
Yeah,
I could talk to you guys for hours on end. We'll be good.
right.
Question?
I think I can intro him quickly.
I have introduced him in the beginning of the live.
Okay, but that was not recorded by you. All right.
I
So,
think
anyways,
this one, like this live I just had.
all right. So basically, we are just talking about journey which David had at through as a physio,
Okay.
and how inspirational it has been. So if David could please enlighten us once again.
Yeah, no, I,
Yeah,
I,
short summary.
I yeah, no, let's do it. Let's have fun. So with the
Yeah,
journey, it roller coaster of a journey, just like so many other students out there, just like so many physical therapists out there. It was a roller coaster of a journey, full of ups and downs and all arounds and twists and turns in every way about. For me, I needed a way to figure out how to pass this NPTE. This is a tough exam, and I knew that I
yeah,
was not going to be able to do this on my own. In order to do this on your own, it takes a lot. It takes a lot because there's so much material and so much content. And even if you view the
Right.
blueprint have out there, it's just a lot of information coming at you if you go on your own. So I ended up finding NPTE Final Frontier through Facebook. I found Dr. Singh. He had a connection with one of my professors at Sage Colleges, Sage Graduate School up in Troy, New York, near Albany. And I felt very comfortable with trusting Dr. Singh when I saw that, and trusting NPTE Final Frontier. Once I saw that connection, I made that connection. I reached out to them. I signed up for that full life course, and after that, everything started coming together. I was attending the classes. It was meeting up 2 to 3 times every single week. We were meeting. They have a chat room. It's all done through Zoom. Able to hold myself accountable by rewatching all of the lectures that's recorded, and then
yeah,
also getting my questions out there in the chat room. I was able to have some of the fellow team members like Akansha help me out in there and
yeah,
really give me that individual. And then after I passed many doors, getting in a private practice in an outpatient facility, working with ortho, neuro, sometimes and it's incredible. And now I'm here talking to all of you. I'm talking to Physio Ed. I'm talking
yeah.
to across the globe on Instagram Live, and we're having the time of like the life. And this is incredible, and I love it. I love it so much, and I'm so grateful
Uh,
and humble always.
Well, we are humbled to have you here. That's
No,
definitely thanks a lot.
I'm humbled to be
Right.
here. Thank you so much for extending
Okay.
the.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, so Dr. David, could you like tell us what NPT is exactly and what is its eligibility criteria for the preparation?
Of course. So the NPTE itself, it's a computerized exam. It's 250 questions. It's separated by 5 sections, 50 questions each section. At the end of the exam, 50 questions randomly get dropped. And it's a 5-hour exam.
Okay.
So it's very important
Okay.
for something like this that you need that prep course. And that's why I signed up with NPTE Final Frontier. And then you also need practice exams. Practice exams are going to be key because you need those 200 questions in a practice exam to help replicate that. And
Yep.
it's a
Right.
very difficult exam.
Yeah, that's there. So, what is about Final Frontier? Like, you have been obviously a part of it when you gave, and then later you decided to continue with them and be now the mentor or the one of the main teachers there. So, what is the Final Frontier, and what is the mission of Final Frontier?
So the mission of Final Frontier is to help one student at a time. All of the help is individually based, and we are there for every single student that steps up to the plate to face this exam, to get that dream and make it a reality. We are there for all of them. And I promise you, we will never leave any sides. We will be there at the beginning. We will be there at the end, just as Dr. Singh was for me. We make sure that we are there for every single student. So that's really the main objective, is to help these students get their dream and make it their reality and make their next
Yeah,
attempt that last attempt.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's a long journey,
Okay.
as like
Right.
many of my friends in Australia know it, and even in the US, it's a long journey to get full license exams done in these countries. It's
Yeah.
pretty stressful.
Right.
It's pretty
Right.
stressful, and at times it takes more than your graduation and post-graduation time as well. That many years it does take.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you're not used to taking a computerized exam, 150
Yep,
questions in 5 hours. It's be difficult. Just as if
yep,
you're doing a sport. You can't just
yep,
say one day, hey, I'm going to play cricket, and you've never played cricket before, and go
yeah,
professional.
Right. True.
It doesn't work that way.
yep.
Right. So also, Dr. David, can you enlighten us about how Indian physios can, work on their documentation, and like how can they work on their skill set for NPTE?
Of course, and a lot of physios out there, the big thing is that documentation, that preparation. And I think that one of the biggest things to work on is, first off, you need to make sure that you have all of your credentials and everything set in stone. This way you can be ready. You want to make sure that you have everything
Okay.
prepared to sit for the exam. And that's where I serve as the secretary on the Foreign Academic Credentialing Tools and Services, which is the FACS, which is faxpt.org. It's a 501 nonprofit, and that really helps a lot of students with that credentialing process. And in addition to that, once the students are ready to sit for this exam, it's very difficult because from what I've come to find out is a lot of students, especially in India, uh,
Yep.
you get used to taking essay-based questions. You know,
Yep.
your
Okay.
your entire life it's essay-based, and now you have to make the conversion over to multiple choice questions, which you've never seen before. So it's
Yep.
difficult.
It is, yeah, definitely. It's a different experience by every
Right.
means, I can say. Yeah, definitely. So, when it comes to like some of the basic points you have to highlight, what Indian students or Indian physios should make a change in themselves, like when you want to get that, diversion done from a essay type question or that more of a theoretical bookish knowledge to something which is more skill based or, some of evidence based practice. How can they start making that adjustment before they come to the US?
That
Yeah.
adjustment, it comes with practice,
Yep,
practice. You have to practice and take those practice exams. You have to take practice questions. I think that is the best way to go about preparation, especially if you're not used to seeing those questions. You need to practice. If you decide to just go into this without practicing those questions and just taking multiple choice questions,
yep,
you're going to be it's going to be a total different ball game. And that's why
yep,
with NPTE
Okay.
here we offer that practice exams and quizzes for everyone to take. This way it
right.
simulates that exact exam situation which is necessary.
That's
Okay.
true. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. So I mean, that's some great information. I think we are somewhere near to understanding what NPT is and how can it actually benefit Indian students. Also, I would like to understand that what are the domains to work on, for before the overseas migration. What do you think? It's a big step. So, what are the major things to be worked on?
I think that it's definitely a major step, and especially with right now, with unfortunately us living through this pandemic
Yes,
with the
Pandemic.
virus,
pandemic.
everything has been really put on hold. And all of our hearts go out to every student and every ambitious dreamer out there that wants to come and practice and take this exam, and then gets told, no, not we're not allowing you to come over right now. And
Right.
it's so
I know.
disheartening. And because a lot of people they have their dreams, their love, their passion put on
Yeah.
hold. So unfortunately right now,
Right.
with this sort of an era that we're in, it's very difficult to predict what is going to be that next step. But I definitely think that a lot of the hurdles that students, especially from foreign trained countries coming over, it has to be lessened. It has to be lightened up. It has to be easier. Students have to be supported. They have to
Yeah.
be supported fully. You have to
Yep.
be able to give them the information that they are requiring, that they need, that they want, that they desire. And if you
Yeah.
don't have someone at the end of the table that's willing to provide that information, then you're really not being guided. You're not being helped. You're lost to so to
Yeah.
speak. So I think that more has to be done to help guide a lot of students over here. And I think that that's where the foreign academic credentialing tools and services comes involved a ton, because as a nonprofit, that is our main concern, is to help all of those foreign trained physical therapists out there practice in the US and achieve that dream that they choose to pursue.
Right. Now, I have gone through a lot of podcasts which you have done,
Right.
David, and I have listened to a lot of them. They are very interesting. They are pretty lengthy as well, if you want to actually give time and listen to them. Does anyone get an access to these podcasts, or is there any means to get access to them, the
Yeah.
podcast which you guys do?
Yeah, so they cost $1 million. No, it's it's all free. It's all free.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it is absolutely. I I told you
They,
we'll have
they've,
I
have
actually took
I
that
can,
seriously.
she took it seriously, and I
Yeah.
can assure you, with this, with the sort of market India has, which is growing all the time in all spectrum, I don't think they will mind spending a bit of money, not 1 million
no
definitely.
no. It's it's
Yeah.
absolutely free to subscribe to the NPTE Final Frontier podcast. It is content come at you. It is exam strategies. It is
Mm,
just, we're going to have interviews. We're going to have so much coming at you, and it's all for free to subscribe. You can subscribe on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
yeah.
Stitch Radio, iHeartRadio,
Right.
Amazon,
Okay.
all across the board, all for free. So you can always subscribe. You can say, hey, Alexa, play the NPT Final Frontier podcast,
Cast. Yeah, she will.
and it's gonna tune on right there.
Yes.
Yep. Now, before we go ahead, I'm sure a lot of Indian audience does not know, but they should be aware that one of the biggest Facebook platforms which we have, or the Facebook groups in physiotherapy, with a maximum strength of around 35,000, if I'm not wrong, that is run by
Right.
Mrinmay and David himself. Now, I'm a part of that group as well, and almost each and every one of you will be a part of it, but you guys are not aware that the man behind them is David. So that group is active.
Right.
That's the most active Facebook group. It's by the name of Physio Workshop Courses. Is that right, David?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
And many a times what happens is, because there are so many multiple Facebook groups in India, maybe around 40 or 50 of them, but this one stands out. But I'm sure many of the audiences in India don't know that the man behind that is David himself.
uh,
Mrinmay is the one. Mrinmay is one. Mrinmay is definitely the active lady there,
yeah.
but you are the one who gets the page going, who gets the group going, and that's the reason you have maximum people there in physios, and it has content which is very much streamlined. We don't have any posts put randomly, because you guys are working hard in making sure the posts put there are just the right posts. Like, we don't have any crap put there.
No, yeah,
Can you
no,
just elaborate how you got into that? How you
yeah,
got into India?
of course. That is all her. You know, it is
Yeah,
all her. I was just totally grateful and humbled to be in that opportunity, having that present where I could help out with expanding this group even further. And
yeah,
you know, it was as you know, we went through a moderator process, and then after a time, I found just I have a love for networking. I have a
yeah.
love for just that social aspect. I don't know if you can tell if I'm a little bit social or not, but but I love it.
Well,
You know,
well,
I
that,
love interacting with everybody globally, and that's where a community such as that, or the NPTE Final Frontier community, that Facebook
yeah,
community, Instagram now, it's so huge and important because
huge.
we connect, and
Yeah,
it's incredible. And of course, being in a group such as that, uh, you also try to filter out a few people. You don't want it to spam because, of course, just like other Facebook groups, you're going to
yeah,
have
yeah,
people spam that show you, hey, this is the best way to lay
Right.
out content for this building. And you're like, wow, this is a great video. This is actually, why am I watching this right now? It is so interesting. But oh, wait, no, this doesn't involve physical therapy. Goodbye.
yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. Right. True. I have seen actually a lot of every post is filtered out there. You wouldn't see any.
yeah.
It's all
Nonsense there.
just good workshops, legit workshops, I would say.
Yep,
Thank,
that's the main purpose. Yeah, that's you're doing amazing on that as well, and that's connecting you to a lot of Indian physios, definitely.
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
There you
You
go.
have to
You have a
visit
lot of.
India soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, shukriya. Shukriya. A million times over, shukriya.
Wow.
That's great.
When are you actually going to planning to visit India now?
Oh,
Post-pandemic, sure.
that is a great question. I am hoping to go to India sooner than later. I mean, especially now, I have so many friends that are in India. I have you in
Yeah,
India,
Yeah.
and I have to make sure that I get on over there, that I say hi to everyone. And it's
That,
beautiful there, you know, with the Queen's necklace and everything, Mumbai. I want to get on over there at some point very soon and see everyone and just see how over there can we help out too, you know? How can we
yeah,
expand? How can
right.
we keep that,
definitely.
help some students over there, continue to help them?
Maximum. Yeah,
Exactly. So
yeah.
it's hopefully soon.
Because we have the similar process like how you guys have NPT. We have a similar process in Australia, and I can safely say around 90% of the people who are involved in this are Indians or Indian origin. So yeah, it's a big market, Indian market, no doubt. No, whichever part of the world you go,
Yeah.
there's a lot to actually explore in Indians. Yeah, coming to the next question, David, is any advice you would like to give for the young budding physios who have just passed out their internship and are planning to get into US, but the pandemic is making things hard for them? So any advice, what they should do, how patient they should be?
Yeah, you know, I think one of the biggest things, you have to move on from the past to focus on the present to create the future. So
Yep,
so you have to move on from the past. So
yep,
whether the ups and downs and all arounds, you can't live there anymore. You have to
right.
focus in front of you and those goals that you set for yourself, whether it's career, it's life, relationship, it's
Yeah,
whatever it is. You have to focus
yeah,
on front of you, and then you're going to be able to create that future that you want so bad, that you dream of. So I think that uh, that would be my advice for a lot of and keep on dreaming. Never stop
yeah,
dreaming, stop believing, never stop
yeah,
fighting. If you, just like with Rocky, you know, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get
yeah,
what you are worth a lot
yeah.
more than some people don't realize they're worth out there.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
know, and so many people out there are worth so much. Everyone is worth so much. Everybody's priceless and offers so much good, so much greatness out there. And you
yeah,
have to, you need that support. You need to keep on pushing and fighting. And sometimes it may be difficult. Some days it's going to be tough to just keep on going and going and going and grinding out.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you have to stand on your feet. It's not always
Exactly.
easy. It's not always going to be
Yeah.
easy to get up.
Yeah.
Have moments where you get that gut punch and you're like, ugh. But
Yeah.
when it's at that
Yeah.
moment, you have to fight. It's going to
Yeah.
be have to fight. You have to stand up and you have to keep on pursuing your dreams. Never stop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think we all believe that
Yeah,
there
I
is
think consistency.
it tastes much sweeter after you have a lot of defeats, and when you finally achieve it, it tastes much sweeter than if you would have got it directly in the first attempt. You might not value it that much, but once you have struggled through it and you have that ups and downs and you find yourself in the dumps and then you rise up again and then you actually achieve it, that's the time you realize the like
I totally agree with you. I think that it's important that a true champion knows defeat. A true
yeah,
champion knows defeat. So
yeah,
in order to be a champion and to
yeah,
be a humbled champion, to be up there, to get that achievement. And when I say champion, I mean you accomplish your dream. You accomplish what you set out that you wanted to achieve. When you get that championship victory, you
yeah,
need to understand what it's like to be on the ground floor as well. You don't just
yeah,
skyrocket to the top. You
not at all.
need to experience that low, that bottom. Because once you get up there,
Right.
then you know what it's like. You have that appreciation. You know you are totally humble. And it's always
Yeah,
important to remember where you came from. Remember what it's like to be in that situation, because there's many people that will sky to the top and forget. They will forget and neglect what it was like, what they went through, and be like, it wasn't that bad and stuff. And it really belittle whoever else is fighting. So it's very important to remain humbled
yeah,
as entire journey. And I agree with you.
yeah.
It's important
Yeah,
to.
it's a test
I
of
think
character because
I believe
that's the way
so,
it
and I
goes
think
usually. The with the test of
consistency is
character between the way things go on. Like it's the same in the Australian market and same with the US. Like we have seen people through the process for years and years, but they never give up. And when finally they achieve it, it's a change in their personality because what they were when they started the process, they used to believe things will be easy to achieve, but finally when they get it, they are a completely different person. So it tests a lot, I must say,
right.
at times. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think consistency is the key. I mean, as many times as you fall, you just have to get back up and go out there. You can't stop till you've achieved it.
Yeah, I totally agree. You can get knocked down 6 times, but you got to stand up 7. You got to
Yep.
keep on getting up. You got to keep on fighting and going after it. Just because you get knocked down doesn't mean that you stay down and get comfortable in that down position. You got to get
True.
back up. You got to keep on
Yep.
fighting.
That's true.
Right. You have to move out of your comfort zone. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. You never really achieve anything in your comfort zone. It's once you break out of that comfort zone, that's where you achieve really what you're meant to achieve. You can't get comfortable and content. And I feel like comfortable and content could be very dangerous to a lot of people, because then
Yeah.
they don't get that what they should be getting. So I
There's no
totally.
spurt. Yeah.
True.
There's no spurt left of energy that you want to achieve something higher. That comfort zone is always dangerous. Like that's what.
Yeah.
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 Sadia Vashan. Sadia Vashan.
Definitely.
Right. Anyway, I mean, you have enlightened us with amazing information, and all and everybody who's going to watch this live even later will be really amazed by the kind of conversation we've had today, apart from the technical glitches, of course. But I have some great information put in by you, and it is going to be helpful and very motivational too. Very motivational, I
Definitely.
would say.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We surely look forward to getting you back again sometime in the near future. I know you have a busy schedule, but with times and there's a lot of thing happening with NPTE and the process at the final year, that we would definitely like to have you sometime again in the future. That would be great for us and for all of us.
Of
Very
course,
soon. Yes.
I would be totally honored to come on by at any time. I love talking to the both of you, and it was such an honor and pleasure, and definitely if anybody wants to contact, definitely npteff.com and
Yep.
faxpt.org. They could
Yeah.
find foreign academic credentialing tools and service at the FACTS website, and then NPTE Final Frontier. Make sure you check that out, especially if you're preparing for that NPTE exam. And don't forget to subscribe to that NPTE Frontier podcast too.
Surely. I'm listening to the podcast myself.
They will.
So
I'm sure, and a
yeah,
lot of and a lot of them are going to actually contact you after this live, I'm sure.
You
surely
know,
they will.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, even today we're offering a absolutely free introduction class with NPTE Final Frontier. So even you could sign up on the ff.com website and you can join us for a free introduction class to see what it offers, what we have.
Yeah.
So I encourage everybody, if the opportunity presents, take it. What's stopping you? Only you.
Definitely.
Step up to the plate.
Yeah, we sure could actually put that link up on our page after this live.
We will do that after this live. We'll put up that link straight away on the page so that people, all the physios can get onto it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Right.
Thank you so much, David. It was great having you here.
Thank you so much, Dr. David. Yeah, it was a pleasure having you today.
Thank you. Pleasure's all mine. I look forward to next time, and I look forward to meeting in person at some point down the line. So, and keep on doing the great work that you're doing.
Sure. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.